What's up, people? It's your girl Adiola. So Nigeria launched Hyundai's electric car, Kona 2021, and instead of Nigerians being excited, they're not. Show them the electric car.
Let him go back now.
Okay, in fact, our Vice President Osinbajo was so excited. He got to test drive it with my father, that is Jelani Aliyu. You guys remember the man that used to design cars for General Motors in Michigan? And he's now the Director General of the Nigerian Automotive Design and Development Council.
And it allows us to meet the 2016 Paris Accord on the mitigation of greenhouse gases, which Nigeria is a signatory. And with these pilot programs,
they were so excited, but for some reason Nigerians were not that excited, and I'm like, why? Okay, now for those wondering why Nigerians were not impressed, I'll tell you why. First of all, and this is the biggest reason why a lot of Nigerians are just like, yeah, whatever. Well, our government has refused to fix electricity in Nigeria. This is something we've been shouting about for decades. So the question is, how do you drive electric cars when electricity is not stable? In a country where electricity is not stable, would the charging stations always, as in ALWAYS, always have electricity? So would the charging stations be powered by generator? Would there be generator backup at the charging stations? Some people are saying, do we need to carry a power generator in the electric cars? Just because, you know, if truly the government wants to embrace electric cars in Nigeria, they would first of all need to fix electricity, which so far doesn't look like they want to do. I mean, they can also be powered by solar, but there's nothing stopping them from making that available for all Nigerians as well, not just electric power charging stations. So the second reason why Nigerians are not that impressed is this is actually not the first time that we're launching electric cars in Nigeria. I don't know if you guys remember, at least 6 years ago or 5 years ago, Senator Ben Bruce test drove a Kia EV in Nigeria, and there were so many Nigerian politicians there, ministers, even the owner of Innocent Motors was there. He was invited forward to check it out, and he was encouraged to make electric cars as well in Nigeria.
Innocent, you built that Kia factory. You make cars, but I'm going to make a challenge to you right now. I want you to build a car for the future. I don't like what is happening to the power sector. I don't like what's happening to the petroleum sector. I do not wish to buy petrol anymore in my life.
Okay, so besides that one, we know for the fact that some people drive Tesla in Nigeria. I mean, we've seen pictures of Tesla on Lagos roads, Abuja roads. In fact, some people will film when they see a Tesla going by in Nigeria. So we've had electric cars in Nigeria for years. Once again, Senator Ben Bruce, for example, said he's been driving a Tesla for like 5 years.
I drive an electric car in Abuja. I own one for 5 years. I charge it with solar power. It has never had a problem for 5 years. I own a Tesla, and I drive a Tesla, and it's an amazing car. It is cheaper to manufacture, it is cheaper to maintain, and it is great for our country.
So that's why a lot of Nigerians are like, what's so special about this one that the vice president is test driving it, and Nigerians are not that impressed? Well, let's go back a little bit. First of all, some of our lawmakers, at least as of 2 years ago, I don't know if they've changed their mind by now, but some of our lawmakers still don't understand the importance of electric cars versus combustion cars or gas-consuming cars. So this video was from 2 years ago. This video we're about to play was from 2 years ago when Senator Ben Bruce sponsored a bill that Nigeria should work towards phasing into electric cars by 2035.
Electric cars are smart, comfortable, cheaper to maintain, and most importantly, environmentally friendly. But also force us to tackle the biggest challenge to industrialization, which is electricity. Thank you very much.
I thought they would all embrace the bill, but no.
In economic sense, Nigeria is an oil-producing country. We cannot sit here as a parliament to be encouraging something that will hurt our own economy. It should be our responsibility to do everything to frustrate electric cars so that we'll be able to sell our oil and gas.
Wow, did he really just say that? Like, we have a problem in Nigeria. If these are the people making laws on our behalf, why can't they make it compulsory that for you to become a lawmaker in Nigeria, you must be well educated and exposed in terms of knowing what's happening in the world? Actually, they can't do that because then many of them will not be able to get there. No wonder it's like our government is not even thinking at all about global warming right now in Nigeria. Despite the massive deforestation that we are experiencing, massive massive air pollution, especially from car exhaust and power generators. There's like almost no home in Nigeria right now that doesn't have at least 2 power generators. And it's not just the noise pollution, the massive air pollution that has obviously led to so many things. First of all, if anybody is disputing the air pollution in Nigeria, all you have to do is go to some of those fast food restaurants. Many of them by the side like this, you will see the smoke. You will see the mark of the smoke by the side of their building. That is what a lot of people are breathing in Nigeria. That is what we're talking about. And we've reported several times about at least an entire family being wiped out by the carbon monoxide emitted by the power generators. And for God's sake, if you're watching me and you put your power generators inside the house, please do not do that. Like, it can literally kill people. We've talked about how that has killed like an entire family. So please do not put your power generator inside the house. It's very, very dangerous to breathe that in. But guess what? We're releasing that in the atmosphere, and a lot of people are breathing that in Nigeria now. It is dangerous. So a lot of people don't know this, but do you know that the city with the worst air pollution due to gasoline is in Nigeria? Ladies and gentlemen, Onitsha. Like right now, a lot of people are saying, oh, people are just dying before their time. There's all kinds of diseases now springing up in Nigeria, all kinds of cancer, all kinds of kidney problems. Like so many things are happening now. Even in the Niger Delta area because of the oil pollution. Like so many things are happening because of the air pollution in Nigeria. And it's just heartbreaking that we're not taking it seriously. Our lawmakers need to be educated about all of these things. Guess what? Onitsha has 30 times the recommended amount of air pollution levels than the minimum recommended amount by the World Health Organization due to gasoline. 30 times more than what is recommended. That in itself is alarming, and it's going to be moving to other cities as well if we don't do something on time. We need to stop pretending like we're surprised with all these new diseases that are springing up when we're not taking this seriously. So it's like, which one is more important? Is it securing the Nigerian economy through oil, not diversifying, or ensuring the health and the safety of the people? Because it's starting to affect lives. So whether you know it or not, this massive air pollution has led to increase in our temperature. Nigeria has gotten hotter than it used to be, whether you know it or not. It has led to variable rainfall, rise in sea level and flooding, drought in so many parts of Nigeria. I mean, Lake Chad also extends into Nigeria, and a part of it is dried, and so many rivers have dried that used to have a lot of water. As a matter of fact, drought is one of the reasons why the herdsmen are bringing their cows into other parts of Nigeria. It has led to desertification, land degradation, more frequent extreme weather events. It's also affecting our freshwater resources in Nigeria, and we're experiencing the loss of biodiversity. But our lawmakers don't even know what these things are. I'm not surprised. Like, how can you be a lawmaker and not know these things? And for God's sake, what is the wisdom in depending solely on oil? We've been talking about diversifying for years. I mean, it makes sense to have multiple sources of income, even for an individual, not to talk about a government. Who are we going to sell oil to when so many countries are working towards embracing electric vehicles, electric everything? And you know, I thought we were diversifying into agriculture until I saw the headline that the Ministry of Agriculture donated 30 million naira for the construction of a mosque. I said, ewo. You see, the money that they are supposed to use to develop agriculture, they are using it to build mosque. Are we going to eat the mosque? Do you know how many lives that would have changed? Do you know how expensive food is right now in Nigeria? The price of gari, the price of Titus, the price of cassava, even everything is going up. And the agricultural sector is donating 30 million naira for the building of mosques. Thunder will fire some people in Nigeria. I mean, what is our excuse? Even the UAE, Saudi Arabia, or Dubai, all of them, they are diversifying. In fact, as of 2015, 70% of the UAE's GDP came from non-oil sectors. 70%. And they're working towards taking that to 80% by the end of this year. They are not even relaxing, including media, telecom, tourism. That's a big one. Manufacturing and commercial aviation. I mean, look at Dubai. My father and my God. Do you think that they still rely on oil right now in Dubai? Of course not. They use the oil money to develop their cities, and now everybody wants to go to Dubai. Don't you want to go to Dubai? For vacation? We are now going to Dubai to film movies. In the middle of a desert too. This used to be the middle of a desert, but they developed it, and through tourism, they're now providing more employment opportunities, higher living standards, and noticeable economic empowerment. Oh, by the way, I'm sure you've all seen pictures of what Dubai used to look like in the 80s, in the 90s, even 2000. Like, seriously, it used to be the middle of a desert. I'm sure you guys have seen these pictures. And now see what it's like. I'm sorry to make this comparison, but as of the 70s, as of the 60s, Nigeria actually looked better than Dubai looked. It looked like Nigeria was heading somewhere. Have you guys seen these pictures of the streets in Lagos in the 60s, in the 70s? Have you seen these pictures of Lagos? Have you seen this picture of Ibadan? Like, we were actually on the right path. I don't know what happened. We were getting it right. How can we go from there to now having like major potholes on our roads? Anyway, let's go back to what we're talking about. So they use their money to provide more employment opportunities, higher living standards, and noticeable economic empowerment. Meanwhile, what did we do with our own money? Our oil money ended up in the bank accounts of our politicians. They built big houses, fancy houses for themselves. And, you know, they stole a lot of the money. I mean, look at Madam Madueke, who allegedly spent 14 billion naira on jewelries alone. 14 billion, that's like $32 million. Who does that? Hey, do you even know how many lives that would have changed? But you know what? I digress. Let's keep going.
For everyone to own electric car is not something that is doable. You are now saying that, look, you have a car, put it aside. Don't use the car again. Go and look for money and buy an electric car. Once we are all ready, we all have the money to buy electric car, then we can go out and buy the cars. But for now, let's put this on hold.
I mean, I really appreciate him looking out for people. You know, he wants to make sure that you can buy affordable things. I wish they would have the same attitude with how much we are paying for gas right now, how much we are paying food right now, how much we are paying for everything. But hey, let's go back to what we were talking about. So he's worried that having electric cars may be expensive for regular people. And he's absolutely right. And you know, this is why we always say, please pay attention to the innovators that we have in Nigeria. Not everything needs to be imported from other countries. May I just say real quick that this Hyundai Kona that the VP drove and the company said it will be sold for 24 million naira. Have you heard? That's just ridiculous. They are not manufacturing it in Nigeria. They are just assembling it in Nigeria. 24 million. Because the devil is a liar. That's almost $60,000. Why? Even here in America, it's about $37,000. And you can even get very good Tesla starting from $39,000 to about $80,000. So why is this Hyundai so expensive in Nigeria? Is it just for the politicians or the rich people? And to add salt upon injury, it's got limited specifications. I love how this Nigerian YouTuber puts it. Please subscribe to Think Electric Africa if you're yet to. The brother is really good. He's doing an amazing job.
Introductory price of this green revolution in Nigeria is going to be 24 million.
24 million what?
24 million.
24 million naira. Please hold on. Does Hyundai Kona have FSD? That is full self-driving. Can you summon this car using your mobile app? Does it have a park assist? Wow. Are you telling Nigerians that the vehicle is only meant for the government and the politicians?
Thank you so much, my brother. You see what I'm saying? I love how the guy puts it. You cannot start it with your phone. You cannot summon it with your phone. It cannot self-pack. And it's so ridiculously expensive. The main specifications that this one has, the one they want to sell in Nigeria, is that it has a 7-inch screen dashboard, collision monitoring, wireless phone charging, push-to-start button, and heated and air-conditioned seats. And can I just say, I don't know about Nigeria, but regular cars here in America, they have those functions. You don't need electric to have all of those functions here in America. You can enjoy those things without driving an electric car. So anyway, all I'm trying to say is no offense to the company, Hyundai, but they are about to start selling this car for about $60,000 to Nigerians when the same car is selling for $37,000 here in America. And many Nigerians would not know the difference. Well, our lawmakers especially would not know the difference, which brings me back to what our second lawmaker was saying when he said that it's too expensive for regular people. Well, when we don't know our game, someone else can come in and try to scam us. Amen, somebody. Which is why we've been saying for years to, first of all, encourage those who are inventing in Nigeria. There are so many people inventing cars, even electric cars. I'm glad the government is finally patronizing Innocent Motors. We shouted about him for years before they started ordering cars for government institutions from Innocent Motors, and we're very glad about that. But all you need to do is go on YouTube and you will find so many young Nigerians manufacturing electric cars. It's been happening for years now, many of which we've featured on this show. All the government needs to do is empower these young people, equip them with better knowledge, send them abroad for more training if need be, and invest in what they are doing. I believe that the ABU students made this electric car in 2015. What happened to it?
Consumers have largely shunned electric vehicles in parts of the world because of their high price tags and limited driving range, as well as the scarcity of charging stations. Students say they will push for development of the technology further because if adopted, it can help the country depend less on natural resources like fuel.
And if you don't want to empower these young people, empower Innocent Motors to also branch into electric vehicles. He has the experience, he's been making vehicles in Nigeria. And if you don't want to empower him, then make use of the assets that we already have at home and abroad. Like I mentioned at the beginning, we have someone that used to design cars for General Motors. And he's now the Director General of the Nigerian Automotive Design and Development Council, that is Mr. Jelani Aliyu. Is it that they are not letting the man do what he was doing at General Motors? Because I was thinking by now he would have designed so many cars for the Nigerian climate, like cars using solar, electric cars and so on. I don't know, because the man has been back to Nigeria now for years. Also, there are so many Nigerians that are working for international companies making electric cars, like my mother, Olabisi Boyle.
Designed with customer feedback in mind, Ionic is a bridge to the future of eco-friendly electric mobility.
She's the Vice President of Product Planning and Mobility Strategy for Hyundai. And since we're talking about Hyundai, all we need for the price to be more affordable is to use locally sourced materials in Nigeria. I remember when I featured the electric cars that they are making in Uganda, they were incorporating locally sourced materials in the electric cars that they were making in Uganda. And I don't know, maybe that affected the price or not, but why can't we incorporate some locally sourced materials in the cars that we're making or assembling in Nigeria as well? Also, yes, electric cars can be expensive, and that's why progressive governments around the world give incentives for their citizens to phase gradually into electric cars. And I'm really sorry that I keep using the US as an example, but that's where I live, at least for the past 18 years. That's where I've lived, so that's why I keep using the US as an example. So here in the US, you can get up to $7,500 in federal tax credits if you drive an electric car. Wow. In fact, the lawmakers here are now trying to raise it up to $12,500. And besides the federal incentive, which I think is huge already, so many states in America are offering thousands of dollars off of your state tax if you drive an electric car. In California, for example, you can get up to $3,500. In Colorado, you can get up to $3,000 taken out of your tax every year because you're driving an environmentally friendly car. Like, what? That's enough incentive. So the Nigerian government should also look for how to encourage people to care about the environment enough to want to drive cars that would not hurt us. Let me know what you guys think about the new electric cars in Nigeria. Are you getting one? Maybe you'll get one for me. Meanwhile, there are so many companies now making electric cars in different parts of the world. In fact, it's like all car companies are now making electric cars here in America. And even new companies are coming up like Lucid. So whether Nigeria is ready or willing or not, the rest of the world is transitioning gradually to electric cars. And can I just say, not only are they making electric cars, but they are giving all kinds of incentive. The same Hyundai that is selling for $24 million in Nigeria. Do you know the same company with the new Hyundai that is coming out this fall? Do you know they are offering like 2 years of free charging for people that buy their electric SUV here in America?
When you add up all of Ionic's comfort, convenience, and connectivity, and unlimited charging for 2 years, nothing in the market even comes close. This is the next-gen EV.
2 years of free charging. Can they add that on top of what we are getting in Nigeria as well? Anyway, let me know what you guys think about all this. You guys know I don't know much. Guess what? I'm just keeping it real. Moving on to Ethiopia real quick. Ethiopia is having its general election this coming Monday, June 21st. We're so happy for Ethiopia. I mean, this election has been postponed twice because of COVID-19. And then, of course, they've been fighting a war in the Tigrayan region. So it's good to see that they're finally having this election. The government is saying that this will be a free and fair election. And we're all hoping and praying that it will be free and fair. Please, though, whatever happens, the government of Ethiopia should please not turn off the internet so that we can follow the development. As it is, some opposition parties in key regions have said that they will boycott the election because of the unrest in the Tigrayan region. Let me know what you think about that. Meanwhile, the Prime Minister said that the whole world is saying that we will fight, but we will show them differently. And then he said that the forces that saved Ethiopia from collapsing will turn the Horn of Africa into Africa's power hub. Ethiopia, as you know, is the second most populated country in Africa. So the EU has backed out of monitoring this election. But like I said, hopefully hopefully they don't turn off the internet so that we can follow the developments. You guys not know much. Guess what? I'm just keeping it real. And moving on to Zambia. I mean, this is sad, but we just have to update you guys real quick that the former president of Zambia, Kenneth, Kauda, is now dead. He was 97 years old. We talked about him being sick in the last episode and asking for prayers. And the day after that episode came out, he died. The country has declared 21 days of mourning. We just wanted you guys to know about this development. May you so rest in peace. You guys know I don't know much. Guess what? I'm just keeping it real. And moving on to Botswana, ladies and gentlemen, once again, Botswana has made history by discovering the world's third largest diamond on the 1st of this month. Like, wow. So the biggest diamond ever discovered in the world was discovered in South Africa. It's a 3,106 carat stone found in South Africa in 1905. And the second largest one was a 1,109 carat stone found in Botswana. It was like the size of a tennis ball. It was discovered in Karowe, northeastern part of Botswana in 2015. And this newly found one is a 1,098 carat stone, the third largest of its kind in the world. Africa is blessed. They keep finding all those big diamond stones.
We must thank God for it because it's millions of years of painstaking work. And that's why it's rare. And even the find is rare.
The country's minerals minister said the discovery could not have come at a better time as the diamond industry recovers from slow production and demand during the global health crisis.
So, an official government Twitter account said that the proceeds from the diamond will be used to advance national development in the country. I'm hoping that they follow through with their word because, you know, congratulations to Botswana. We're so excited about this. You guys not know much. Guess what? I'm just keeping it real. So I'm pretty sure that many of you have seen this video, especially if you're following me on Instagram, you would have seen it, of the Nigeria's Minister of Information, that is my father, Lai Mohammed, explaining to his grandson why Nigerians call him a liar.
Don't believe what they say on the social media. They call me all sorts of names there. I used to ignore it until one day when my 7-year-old grandson called me and said, "Grandpa, tell me the truth."
Do we have popcorn? Of course, we don't have popcorn. Okay, so just keep going.
Tell me the truth. Why would they call you Lai Mohammed? I looked at him. What do you say to a 7-year-old son? How do you explain politics to him? So I said, no, don't mind them. They are the bad guys.
Wow. Well, there you have it. You know, those of you calling the man a liar, you must all be bad guys. You see? At least that's what the grandson now believes. I'm just wondering, do you think that's also another lie or not? Let me know in the comment section if you think that's a lie or not. Also, thanks to those that answered the last trivial question. Yes, an individual from Lesotho is a Mosoto, and the people of Lesotho are generally referred to as Basotho. So the language is also Sesotho. So thanks so much, guys, for taking part in that Q&A. Happy Father's Day in advance, by the way. Thanks to all the fathers that are watching this show. Love you guys. Do not forget to let helpmewaka.com help you run any errands on this Father's Day weekend. They can still surprise your dad or your grandfather in Nigeria and in Ghana. They can deliver groceries to their doorsteps or anything that you want to send to them. They can also help you in getting your transcript from any tertiary institution in Nigeria and Ghana. And of course, they can help you with West verification and so many other things, land verification, whatever you need them to do. Please make sure that you call Help Me Waka. They are doing some special this Father's Day weekend. All right, y'all, it's been real, and I'm keeping it right up in here. Don't forget to follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And if you're yet to subscribe to my YouTube channel, we're watching on Plasma TV. Press the subscribe button and the bell button. Until next time, I'm going to see you later. Peace out.